Hello students. So now is the time for our social studies class. We are in chapter 13, our environment. Okay. So in our previous classes, we already learned that everything that surround us is called as environment. That is sky, water, air, soil, plants, animals, birds, anything. And our environment has two components. They are abiotic and biotic. Abiotic components consist of what? Non-living things. Okay. What are the non-living things? Such as land, that is, yes, lithosphere, water, hydrosphere, and the air, atmosphere. These are the abiotic components of the atmosphere and environment. And biotic components that consist of what? Plants, animals, human beings, etc. And these are included in biosphere. Okay. So our environment has two components, biotic and abiotic. And in biotic components, there is included the living things, and abiotic components are non-living things. And you know that individual plants and animals cannot exist by themselves. They cannot survive by themselves. And animals cannot exist by the as on the earth. Animals depends on the plants for their food, and some animals and carnivorous animals all eats the animals, flesh of other animals. In this way, how these organisms interact with each other and with the sun, soil, water, that is hydrosphere, lithosphere, atmosphere, are called as ecosystem, which we learned in our previous class. And food chain. Food chain is the pillar of the ecosystem. Food chain is the pillar of the ecosystem. I explained in my previous class already. And our life depends upon healthy and balanced environmental conditions. But as human beings, always what we human beings always trying to make our life more comfortable. Day by day, there is much more inventions, one after another inventions, which makes our life more comfortable. We use our resources. Resources, that means that not the money and gold, etc. Resources means what are Earth's resources? They are the soil, the fertility of soil, the minerals, etc. These all are, and even sunlight, air, and the water. These all are resources. We misuse these resources very much, so that pollution takes place. Okay, and for that, these are the effects of human activities on the environment. The effects of human activities on the environment is that the air, soil, water are polluted, and it is a boomerang effect on us. As we try to make our life comfortable day by day, the effect comes to us. As we polluted the nature, that is very harmful for us. Okay. And in this way, this is called the environmental hazards. The environmental hazards has an harmful effect on the whole earth, and we human beings are also part of that. Okay, human beings, animals, everything is part of that. So there are two types of environmental hazards, as I told you in our previous class. That is, number one is ozone depletion. Ozone depletion causes what? Ozone hole. As in the atmosphere, there is an ozone layer which attracts the harmful sun's rays, and in this way we we get the survive of that. But as the ozone hole, it is wider now and it is harmful for us. Harmful ultraviolet UV rays comes to us and the hole on Earth, and we are affected. And the next today, I'll tell you about the global warming. Okay, so what is global warming? Global warming, and global warming causes a greenhouse effect. Actually, global warming relates to the rising of the average temperature on Earth. Global warming related to the rising of average temperature on Earth. The Earth's temperature is rising day by day, and it affects the overall climate of the Earth and the weather too. So in this way, it is also harmful for us. These environmental hazards harms our life day by day. And you can see that there was nowadays there is a viral effects which disrupted our life. Okay, this is also the much more virus will nowadays comes and hazards our life. Now I'm telling you that what is greenhouse effect. As the our temperature of our Earth rising, and that is called the greenhouse effect. What is greenhouse effect? The warming of Earth's surface and the air above it is called greenhouse effect. Okay, and what are the causes of greenhouse effect? Burning of fossil fuel. What are fossil fuels? Fossil fuels are coal, petroleum. These are the fossil fuels. And burning of fossil fuel causes greenhouse effect. And deforestation too. What is deforestation? Cutting of plants. We cut plants to clear the forests for human settlements. As our population increases day by day, for human settlement, we cut the forest and clear it and make the building, bridges and roads. Okay, so this is deforestation and burning of fossil fuels causes greenhouse effect. And next, what are the effect of greenhouse effect? Glacier melting, rising ocean level, extreme weather, change of ecosystem. As the glacier melted, actually I'm telling you that glaciers as the global warming takes place, glaciers are melted. As the glacier melts down, the ocean level rises up and extreme weather takes place. Extreme temperature is increasing day by day, and change of ecosystem. As the temperature increases day by day, many birds and migratory birds also the death takes place of many plants and animals. They abolished from our environment. In this way, the ecosystem changes. Okay, and now I'm showing you how the greenhouse effect takes place. Here's the Earth. The sun's ray comes to Earth, and as the sun's ray comes out and heated our Earth, and some ray it reflect back to the atmosphere. It is atmosphere, dotted line you can see here. And as it reflects back to atmosphere, the temperature heat balance takes place. But as the greenhouse gases, what are the greenhouse gases? Carbon dioxide, methane. They are the greenhouse gases. These greenhouse gases trap the temperature within the atmosphere and Earth. In this way, the temperature increases, Earth's temperature increases day by day. They can't reflect back. And the balance is disrupted already. In this way, global warming takes place. Okay, so now go to the book, and now I'll tell you how it is caused. It is elaborately I'll tell you. So chapter is our environment. We already learned the components of environment, natural environment, human environment and human-made environment, and ecosystem, importance of natural environment, effect of human activities on the environment, ozone depletion, the ozone hole. Now, I'll today tell you about the global warming. So, global warming relates to the rising of the average temperature on Earth. It affects the overall climate of the Earth rather than the weather on any particular day. The Earth is generally warm because of greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases include gases like carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor, as I told you before. These are called greenhouse gases. As more and more greenhouse gases, especially carbon dioxide gas, gets into the atmosphere, the earth starts to grow warmer. And it has happened day by day. You can feel it. The warmth and the temperature is increased day by day. The temperature on our earth. Every time we drive our cars or use electricity, more carbon dioxide is released into the air. The earth has actually warmed by about 1 degree Fahrenheit over the past 100 years. It is a vital factor, 1 degree Fahrenheit over the past 100 years. So, scientists believe that it is mainly human activity that is causing global warming. That I have told you before, that burning of fossil fuels and deforestation are two major cause of global warming and increase of greenhouse effect. What is the greenhouse effect? The sun is much hotter than the earth, and it gives off rays of heat, that is called radiation, that travel through the atmosphere and reach the earth. The sun's ray warm the earth, and heat from the earth then travels back into the atmosphere. The gases in the atmosphere stop some of the heat from escaping into space, as I showed you. These gases are the greenhouse gases. Actually, as the greenhouse gases trap the temperature into the earth and the atmosphere. Okay, and in this way our earth is warmer day by day. And the natural process between the sun, the atmosphere, and the earth is called the greenhouse effect, because it works in the same way as an artificial greenhouse. Now, what are the effects of global warming? The effects are some few things that scientists think may happen as the temperature rises. Some of them are already happening. Already we are affected by them. That is glaciers melting. Or I can show you a picture how the glaciers melts. All over the world, glaciers are melting and shrinking. With the rise in temperature, they will continue to melt. And the rise in temperature during the past century has melted polar ice and increased water level in oceans by several inches. Global warming will continue to melt the glacier and polar ice and increase the level of seawater. This can lead to floods in coastal regions. For that, many low-lying islands may submerge completely under the seawater. And it is rising of ocean levels. Okay. And the next point is migration of animals. With rising temperatures, animals will migrate to cooler spots as their old habitat gets too warm. This could upset the food chain and put some species in danger of extinction. They will abolished from the earth. That is a imbalance in food chain. And next point is extreme weather. Next effect is extreme weather. Rising temperatures can lead to the extreme weather and natural disasters like hurricanes and floods. You can see nowadays so much so much storms come and just disrupted the normal life. And next is changes in ecosystems. As rising temperatures are likely to bring about a change in ecosystems. Cold regions like tundra will shrink while deserts will continue to expand. So, the extreme weather and change of ecosystem causes imbalance in nature, and these all are the effects of global warming. So, this was the chapter and we completed the chapter. In our next class, I'll discuss the question answers. So you all read the chapter various times as I explain you. I think all is clear to you. So you all stay safe, okay, and bye till our next class.